Okay, so let's talk about passions, right? Passions is optional, right? But their use helps players and the game master, right, in deepening the nature of the character and introducing plot hooks based on a character's desire, prejudices, things like that, right? Your drives. They can represent several things like loyalties and allegiances, strongly held beliefs or ideals, emotions felt towards someone or something, right? It can be improved in the same way as a skill as well. So, your passions can go up. They can also go down, right? They start on page 22 of the core book, right? And I'm going to go uh, using the same character that I've been using, this torturer that I created so far, starting in character creation 1.0 and then character creation 1.1, where we talk about background and how we build this out. And so now I'm going to go through the passions table. All right, so passion is can be so for anything, and it can be for a person or an organization, an ideal, and even an object, right? And they're typically described by verbs such as comfort, desire, despise, destroy, espouse, fear, flee, forsworn, hate, love, loyalty, to protect, repudiate, respect, seek, subvert, torment, uphold, abhor, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so the verb describes the nature of the relationship, right? It can be established at any point in the game, either during the phase of character creation or perhaps most interestingly during gameplay. All right, now sometimes that needs to happen. All right, sometimes it has to happen during gameplay because you can't think of anything, and maybe a relationship develops between you and someone else. Man, it could be like an enemy. You develop an enemy, and so you decide to go, okay, now I have a passion, I have a hatred for blah blah blah. Okay, so that's that. All right, so given this character, knowing that this person um, uh, is being haunted by some unknown creature, so I'm gonna say that one of the things that they have, and they have a brother, and so I'm gonna say loyalty. One of the passions is loyalty to Eric. So loyalty to Eric. So passion's table, object of passion is a person in a romantic or familial context, which is a lover, sibling, wife, parent, aloof, or unsuspecting object of desire. Starts with 30% plus the loved one's pal plus cha. So we know that Eric is going to the academy, and he's probably got a pal of something like 14, and he's probably got a cha, since he's a charming little fellow. We got a cha of something like maybe 12 or 13. All right, so we're going to say that his pal plus cha is going to be 27. All right, so it's 30% plus the pal of 14 plus the cha of 13, just charisma, right? Which is going to equal 57%. Our loyalty to Eric is 57%. Okay, not bad. All right, so we're going to go to the next thing. I suggest you do three. Five would probably be the max. I wouldn't do that if you were new to Mythras. I might do that later on when you get your chops up and you know more or less how to play this game. All right, so what about a belief or an ideal? Why am I torturing people? Hmm. Maybe my belief is that I mm, maybe I have a passion to torment people. I don't know. Let's see. What would this character? Why would they want to be a torturer? And why would they have all this knowledge? And why does it fascinate them so much to torture somebody? Maybe because they're a little messed up in the head. I'm going to work now. I got 3 tortures to do today and a few due tomorrow. So I need to catch up on my work. I wonder. But mushrooms too. Mushroom lore. There's that. Study that. The effects on the body. Perhaps this person is slightly off kilter. Insane. Maybe they have a couple of mental issues here, or a lot of mental issues here, and maybe they have a desire to inflict pain. I think that is important. Maybe they hate themselves. Maybe that's why they desire to inflict pain. Okay, so to inflict pain, it would be a concept or an ideal, right? Because they have the object of passion. They have person in platonic context, person in adverse context, right? They have organization, a group of people, race or species, a place, object or substance. The Iron Throne, diabolic relic, magic, darkness, ancient heirloom, gemstones. Okay, concept or ideal, an ethic, a moral code, freedom, personal honor, betrayal, dishonesty. Okay, so desire to inflict pain, I think, would be a concept or an ideal. Okay, so that would be 30%. Plus the characters, pow, plus intelligence. Alright, so this character's power is 14, intelligence is 14. 14 and 14, that's 28. It's going to be 58% desire to inflict pain. Isn't that interesting? The other one is going to be a concept or an ideal. So it's going to be the same. So an object or something, maybe a creature. It's a creature. Tigers. Pow times 2. Okay, so this is a creature, would be a race or species. So this person fears an unknown creature. An unknown stalker. Stalking creature. Alright. So we're going to say fears an unknown when we put that on the page. And this is going to be 30% plus POW times 2. So the POW is 14 is 28 plus 30 is going to be another 58%. Alright. So now we have passions. Bam, bam, bam. 58, 58, 57. Okay, we got 3 of them. This is good. Now that we have this built up, how do we use these passions? We got to kind of look at skills down here right before economics and equipment, team roles, proportional, augmenting skills, capping skills, opposed roles. Let's see. Where are we? Okay. So augmenting a skill increases the value of the primary skill by twice its critical range, i.e. 20% of the skill. Okay. So let's go to passions. It's going to be discussed in chapter 6. All right. Let's just go here to our lovely content in chapter 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I don't see it in here in equipment. Okay. Oh, here we go. 82. Page 82. We're close. Okay, passions. All right, introduced during the character creation chapters of passion is deeply held commitment, right? In summary, passions can be used thus to augment another skill, all right? So we know that we can augment our skill, right? Let's say we're trying to save Eric, when we're using a skill trying to save him, we can use a passion to save him, right? So then we know this is going to be 5.7 times 2. 5.7, 5.7, that's 14, carry the 1, that's 5, that's 10, that's 11.4, we're going to round up. Alright, so we know this is going to be 12%, 12%, and 12%. This is our augment. We can augment by 12%. Alright, as an ability in its own right, to drive choices, desires, and emotional actions, to oppose other passions, even those held by the same character. Right? You have conflicting passions. Should I save Eric or should I run away from this creature that's attacking me? Okay, so there's that. As a general measure of depth of commitment, okay, loyalty to a cause. Right? To resist some form of psychological manipulation or magical domination. Okay? During character creation, characters establish up to 3 starting passions. However, new passions can be developed at any point. During a Mythras game session, if the circumstances warrant it, might instantly developed hate X, or someone else does something that would strongly invoke hatred to arise. Okay, deepening and waning. Right, passions can increase during a game independently of experience rolls based on the strength of whatever occurred to trigger the increase. Same thing with decreasing. Okay, so that's how passions are used in the game. We'll talk more about that, like if we go into a situation where we say, okay, here a passion has arisen that can be used in the game. We'll talk about that then. All right, so we covered both background and passion, and excuse me. I think it's important to create background information before you commit to 3 passions, because this helps give you more of an idea of what's happening with the character psychologically, and you can also see some of the physical aspects, like living in the country would definitely go along with being hunted by an unknown creature. um, they kind of go together, and then having a younger brother and not having any family kind of puts some uh, puts this person in a place where that brother, if kidnapped or something happens to him, put this person in a bind, right? Especially when connected to other characters. Okay, so that's how you do that. Just if you have any questions, you can email me. I don't know if my email appears on that on the YouTube, but I'll set something up, I guess, to answer questions, or just put them in the comments, and maybe I'll go ahead and answer them there. But this should help you with character creation, right? Because the last thing you got to do is buy equipment and set yourself up with a name, right? And you're pretty much done with character creation. This is a pretty good character. I think I would definitely play a character like this. Doesn't fit in every single situation for some people, but you can make it fit, I guess, if you really want to. Anyways, I like this character. It's looking pretty good, pretty slick. I can imagine this person in black leather of some sort, probably a very lanky, skinny person that maybe they smoke a pipe, or something like that. But they definitely have a fixation with mushrooms and their properties. So I'm going to include some of that knowledge and probably write that down as notes as part of the character's journal. So I think this character, pretty much for the most part, without a name and without a sex, is about 99% done. Because for me, equipment doesn't take that long. It's just you don't get too much. I don't really get into the equipment section, but some people do. They spend lots of time there, and that's okay. Somebody needs to do that because everybody's interested in something else, and when we all come together, it makes sense to have one person that knows one thing, another person that knows another thing, and it just kind of helps if everybody has different knowledge of different things and makes it a little bit easier on everybody, including the game master. All right, so you guys have a great time with your games, and I'll talk to you again as soon as I can.